What is going on? I'm going to skip my planned sequence of reviews because there is something we have to talk about immediately. QCY has their next smashing hit, the little gem in their collection, the Melobuds Neo. Stick around and watch the rest of this video to find out why I'm saying this. What's up, everybody? This is David M., the Polish Potato. $22 is the going price for these on AliExpress on the day of recording this video. Absolutely amazing. I am so blown away. How can you squeeze this sound quality into something that costs this little? I listened to them for a few hours last night. I kept comparing them to the Melobuds Pro, and I would pick these any time, every single time on every song I put them through. The sound quality is just so well done. Really great bass. Bass heads will be very happy with these. Retracted mids and a lot going on in the treble. Sometimes maybe a little too much. They do cross into that harsh territory sometimes in some songs. But luckily you can control this with the settings in the app. They have the customized equalizer in the app. So I'm going to post this on the screen right now. I highly recommend that you start with these very settings and you'll get yourself wonderful sounding earbuds for $22. I mean, this is just crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Soundstage is really good here. It's not the broadest, craziest soundstage I ever heard in my life, but it's really good. So this is just amazing. Instrument separation is not bad. Overall, if sound is the most important thing for you, get them. Just get them. They don't do everything because here comes the trade-off. There is no ANC. So those are not ANC earbuds. If ANC is really important for you, obviously you're going to stop watching this video right now because I just killed them for you. But if you're like me and sound quality is the most important thing for you, then you're buying them without, it's a no-brainer. Just get them. Let's go into ergonomics. Again, I'm going to compare them to Melobuds Pro because those didn't work for me for some reason. With these, I have absolutely no problems. They sit in my ears as if they were part of my body. And I can run and jump and shake my head again and do whatever. They won't fall out. So whatever was wrong with Melobuds Pro, I guess the devil just sits in the details. It's just little nuances of the shape. These are back to the good. They just work for me. I have no problems. I'm glad we're back to this point because as far as using them and how to listen, there is not much you can do. They are stem earbuds, so the stem has to come into this part of your ear where your ear line sort of breaks. This is how they are designed. And the only other thing you can do is simply jam them into your ear canal as far as they can go without hurting yourself, of course. And when you're doing that, test the different sizes of the ear tips. One is bound to work for you better than the others. And it's important because it helps you create that seal in your ear canal and experiencing the bass of these earbuds to the full extent of their range and capabilities. In terms of aesthetics, QCY, great job. You designed this really well. They are being described as cyberpunk style. And I guess you could give them that. There's like a little computer chip type of graphic under this transparent part of the stem. The only thing I would maybe have some questions about is the slogan that's here because it says, "Hear your voice." I think most of us want to use them to hear the music, not really our voice, because they're not really a microphone. They're not a sound recorder. I mean, they have microphones for phone calls, but the main use of these is not to hear our own voice, right? So I don't know what's the philosophy behind the slogan. It could be, it could be this could be worked on, I feel like. But it is what it is. In terms of their looks, they remind me of nothing. They remind me of something. They remind me of Nothing Ear. You know what I mean? The brand, Nothing. I actually have another product from Nothing here. So that's what they remind me of. This is the Nothing aesthetics, but ripoff or not, it looks great. I love this look. Except for the slogan, I really appreciate it. And I think QCY went the right direction here. This is an attractive looking package. and they do stand out from the crowd, which is always important in the world of design, where everything else is so similar and looking, so alike from product to product. Controls are a little bit limited, again, comparing to Melobuds Pro, because they simply have less features, but let's agree that corners had to be cut somewhere. You're still getting a hell of a lot rich package for the price. And since we are on controls, let's talk about the app. It is great. It offers a lot. First of all, it connects immediately. I never had any problems. It sees the earbuds right away. The sound offers you several different profiles. You can go to pop, heavy bass, rock, although I really don't need, they need heavier bass than they do. But of course, bass heads, everybody's different. You go along with your preferences. Soft, classic, and of course, custom equalizer. Go up and down those sliders all day long and select, adjust, fine-tune to your heart's desire. These are my recommended settings again. You also have the channel balance to correct for whatever you need to correct. Great feature to have. In terms of customizing the taps, one touch, not work. One touch, not work, as you can see. Double touch, you can change to previous track, next track, voice assistant, volume up, volume down, or gaming mode, and same, of course, with the other one. So nice customization here. You can find your headset if you lose it. Great feature to have. They have sleeping mode, which turns off the tap controls, so you don't accidentally trigger anything while you're rolling in your bed. You have a gaming mode with 68 milliseconds latency here. I think it's good, but I'm not I do play games, but I don't use these. I don't plan using these for gaming, so I would like to hear from gamers. Let me know how these work for you. And last but not least, you can update the firmware. I know at this point you must be asking, David, everything's great. These have this wonderful sound that you're telling us about, but what about microphones for phone calls? We know they don't have ANC, but they have ENC, and ENC will try to isolate our voice from the surrounding environment and cut out all the noise. So let's get out there and see how the 2 microphones per earbud work and how good of a job they do in David M's original real-life test for microphones in earbuds, and how they perform against competition. All right, guys, here we go. Time to put these babies through David M's standard real-life microphones quality test for earbuds, starting as always in the same way, in relatively easy acoustic environment for these microphones, and the algorithm sitting inside these earbuds to figure out idling car on the side of the road, not too much noise pollution, so you should be hearing my voice pretty clearly right now. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn on the air that introduces basic level of noise into the cabin. I'm gonna throw my car in the first gear. I'm gonna slowly take off because there's a car coming, so we're gonna let that guy go. And now we're going to increase the speed to 50 miles an hour. This is what we do every single time with every earbud, introducing way more noise into the cabin. We now have the road noise, we have the engine noise, and most of all, we have the wind noise coming right through this cracked window, which makes it a lot more difficult for the microphones and the algorithm in these earbuds to figure out what to do with my voice, how to process it, trying to reject all the noise that we don't want in our phone calls. Once again, there is no modes to play with. There's only the built-in ENC, and it will try and do its best to have clear speaking voice without the added noises. Let's see how they do. I have not heard them yet. I am very curious myself, and I'm going to pull over now because I think this is enough of the first sample. Competition coming up. Here we go, guys. Competitor number 2 is QCY Melobuds Pro. I decided to make it a all-out QCY shootout to see what the improvements are from model to model, or maybe there is no improvement at all. Maybe they all sound the same. You'll be the judge. You'll tell me. Same conditions, scientifically accurate test as much as it is possible in real-life conditions. Getting to 50 miles per hour right now. You tell me if you hear the difference, and if you do, what is it? And if you were about to decide, which many of you are, I know this from the comments already, which model are you picking based on their ability to resolve my voice from this noise polluted environment? Now, I hope this is enough of a sample. I'm going to pull over again, switch to competitor number 3, and then we have one more coming up. And you guessed it, of course, our competitor number 3 is QCY HD05. Man, am I feeling nostalgic right now. This is the epic ones. This is the model that started the whole QCY saga on my channel, thanks to you guys bringing it up in comments and telling me what to pay attention to. I have traffic ongoing, so I have to keep talking before I take off. And in their very first test, they didn't do so well for this exact attribute, the microphones for phone calls. But then there was a firmware upgrade that took them to a whole another level. And now we're putting them up against the newest releases from QCY. And I want you guys to hear for yourselves what the improvement is, or maybe there is no improvement at all. Of course, there is improvement in the sound quality for music. I would absolutely recommend that you upgrade, but you know what? They still sound great. I listened to a few tunes before I took off for this test, and I have to tell you, they're not that far off. There is improvement in Melobuds Neo, absolutely, but if you ask me whether these are still worth your money, I would tell you yes, they are. The last thing that I want to do, guys, is to record with a higher quality microphone and show you what the difference is if you were actually not using the built-in microphones in earbuds, but something that definitely has higher quality, that allows you to have pretty good voice sample in this crazy sonic noise polluted environment. So this is the H1n, and that's what my voice would sound like if I was going 50 miles an hour, which I am going now, holding the microphone right in front of my mouth and not using any algorithms to process the voice. This is simply high quality microphone held directly in front of my mouth, and it also has a pickup pattern that by nature of its design sort of rejects the voice coming from the sides. And I'm only doing this so that you have a point of reference for the overall performance of all of these earbuds. We are back in the studio. You guys heard this for yourselves. Tell me what you think. I would love to hear your comments about what you just witnessed. 3 more things I need to talk about. First of all, technology. So what is really responsible for delivering those sweet sounds that are pouring into your ears wirelessly through these earbuds? It's a 10 millimeter biodiaphragm, and it reproduces every detail of the music, bringing rich and full sound. And I agree with that. It's, again, I said it several times in this review already, absolutely amazing what they can do sound quality wise. Another thing I want to talk about is the battery life, which is 7 hours and 24 with the power stored in the case. So it's 1 charge plus approximately 3.5 additional ones. This should easily get you through the day or through a long plane flight, long journey, long travel, wherever you're going. Last thing I want to talk about is the case itself. It is just wonderful. It opens easily. It's easy to get the earbuds out. The magnets are good for putting them back in. And it looks fantastic. I really appreciate this display on the chrome part. This is a gimmicky, cool, techie, cyberpunkish setup that definitely makes them stand out. The whole thing just looks absolutely crazy, again, for a product at this price range. With that, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope it gave you enough information to make an educated decision if you're considering purchasing a copy of the Melobuds Neo for yourselves. And if you have any more questions or comments, let me know under this video. I love chatting with the viewers.